Kilowatt 4, Lima, Juliet, Echo. Good afternoon, Jim. You're about an S7 to an S8. The band is changing on us down here in Carolina, over.
Roger. Now you're in North Carolina, Roger.
Now you're in North Carolina, Roger.
Yes, sir. We're in the wonderful Tar Heel state of North Carolina, and we got a TR7 here that we haven't had very long, and just wonder how we're doing, over.
Oh, my goodness, from Eden on a TR7. I would have never guessed. Sounds great.
I would have never guessed. Sounds great.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, we had it gone through. It was redone by the guy in Tennessee, WB4HFN, so we just got it back from him, and Pro there to here with the old Pro there to give us some critique there. I don't know if the signal is good enough or not, over.
Fine. I'm copying you on Milford at about a 10 to 12 over. Now, if it were me, I would add a little more bottom end, just a tad, but I know that radio probably doesn't have EQ. Is that a Roger?
It doesn't have EQ. Is that a Roger?
No, but I've got some outboard EQ. I've got some outboard EQ, but I don't know if it'll pass it or not on the bottom. I'll try it here.
Okay, 3 clicks at 200 cycles.
At 200 cycles.
Okay, that's a right much boost on the 200 cycle, but I don't know if it'll pass it. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KC9VKV. This is K4LJE.
Okay, now you might be just a little hot into your ALC, so if you were to pull your mic gain down, I think that might help just a tad. Do you have an ALC meter?
Do you have an ALC meter?
I have a light. All I have is a blinking light. I backed off on the audio gain a little bit right there. How's about that? Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Listen to my radio.
Roger, sounds good. Now, what do you have? What kind of EQ are you running there? 8-band?
What kind of EQ are you running there? 8-band?
It is a 7-band outboard mixer by the Mackie company, and the individual channels have a 3-band. Roger.
Okay, it's not a parametric, Roger.
It's not a parametric, Roger.
No, it's not a parametric here. It's not that sophisticated.
Okay, I was just wondering there, what's your top frequency?
What's your top frequency?
Okay, the very top is 12K, and the middle is 2.5, and the bottom, well, it says the bottom is 80 hertz, but on the graphic slides we've got 125, 250, 500, 1K, 2K, 4K, and 8K. That's what we got on the slides there, over.
Okay, sounds a little, just slightly distorted in the mid-range, just very slightly distorted. What is your EQ at around 1K? Between like 1.5, 1K to 800. What are your boost or cuts in there?
What are your boost or cuts in there?
That's flat. That's flat right there on 1K there. I can bring that down a little bit. That's bringing it down a fair amount right there. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It may just be I'm driving it a little hard.
Well, gosh, Jim, we have somebody that just must be a novice. You got to tune up on an active frequency. Just can't resist tuning up on an active frequency, sir. Be kind, be nice, do not tune up on an active frequency. It's not very courteous. Back to you, Jim.
Back to you, Jim.
Okay, we came down on the 1K right there, and now the activity light here on the ALC is not quite as much as it was. KC9VKV, K4LJE.
Oh, Roger, Jim. Well, you know, what we want there in the 1K, we want that to be flat. We don't want to cut or boost 1K. We want that flat. And actually 1.5 we want flat, and 800 we want flat. And then we want to balance the bottom to the mid-range and the top to the mid-range. But we want the mid-range to be flat so the bottom can catch up and the top can catch up to balance. Roger?
Can catch up to balance. Roger.
Okay, yeah. You went down a little bit right there.
About as good as we can get it. I may not be able to get away with this setup. I may have to go back to the Shure 450, which is like I've got a one that's very similar to the Shure 444, which is the 450 Shure. But anyway, that's probably about as good as we're going to get there. We can back off on the distance a little.
Back off on the distance a little bit. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That sounds really good there. Now, what I want you to do is we want to look at something around 3K. Do you have something in the 3K range?
In the 3K range?
No, I go from 2K to 4K. It skips the 3K. It goes from 2K to 4K.
Roger. Okay, I want you to go 3 clicks hotter on 4K. 3 clicks hotter on 4K.
Okay, that's a little hotter on 4K. That's about what I would say is a click. It isn't graduated too much there as far as fine.
There, so I had to estimate what a click was there, Roger.
Roger, probably about 2/3 of its capability. About 2/3 of its capability at 4K, Roger.
Capability at 4K, Roger.
Yeah, the top end on this thing is supposed to be 2300. So you're not going to get much over 2300 out of this thing anyhow. But you can get a little bit more clarity if you do it this way. But that's probably about all it's going to get there on the 4K. It's not too far from the very top, Roger.
Roger, I think it sounds great right there. You have plenty of articulation, and you have some bottom end. Gosh, I would run with it like that, and then check it out on YouTube. We're looking at my group air check 72420. Roger.
2420. Roger.
Okay. Well, I made a mistake on that last adjustment. I was grabbing the 2K. I did come up with the 4K, but I was grabbing the 2K on the very last one. You say that's okay right there?
I think you sound great now. You're at what would you say your boost is at 4K?
Your boost is at 4K.
It's about halfway from flat. Between flat and the very top end, it's about halfway on the 4K.
Right.
It's about 2/3 of the way from flat to the top end on the 2K, Roger.
Roger, I would punch it just a little bit more on the 4K. Maybe about half the distance that you have left. Roger.
Roger.
Okay, there we go. K4LJE, K4 Lima, Juliet Echo. How we go?
Oh, nice. I think you like that. I think that's just perfect, Roger.
That's just perfect, Roger.
Okay, well, at least that's better than the XYL will tell me there. Hi.
Roger. Well, no comment on that score.
Yeah, at least
For us to make a judgment here when we hear it. So very good. I really appreciate you hanging with me there, Jim. I thank you very much.
Roger. I copied that last on my local antenna, which is my radio is very much flatter than the SDRs, so you'll be able to hear precisely what that radio sounds like. And looking at it on the spectrum analyzer, I think it's just perfect. Not a bunch on the bottom end, and not a bunch on the top end, but very well balanced. Roger.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and really appreciate it there. And okay, I think I got the drive about right, too. Does it sound like the drive is okay?
Yes, sir. 3 dB dynamic range. You're right on it.
Okay, well, good. Very much. And by the way, I hope you're doing okay. I haven't talked to you in a pretty good while now. And stay safe.
And stay safe, and I'll say 73 to you. And, oh, my gosh, it's 5 o'clock. Both of us going to turn into a pumpkin here. So bye for now, and really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Take care up there. K4LJE.
Roger, Jim. In that last transmission, I was using the Milford PA SDR, so you'll have that and then my local radio to evaluate. So 3 is that way, man. Good to hear you. I miss. You got to check in more often. 3 is that way, Jim, and we'll catch you later. Have a great afternoon and beautiful weekend. And this is KC9VKV. Gosh, we have exceeded the speed limit. It's after 5. Oh, my Lord, we got to wrap this up. We've enjoyed it so much, and thank everybody that participated. And if you did and you want to hear your radio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. We're running about 1,200 recorded Qso-Vlogs at the moment. You'll be looking for one in particular called My Group Aircheck 7/24/20, which is today's date. My Group Aircheck 7/24/20. And with that, we will say 3s, and we will be returning this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is KC9VKV Clear.